Aloha, it's Petra from Eat Juicy TV, and starting today we are doing a 21-day program to live a much more juicy life. And today is day one, and my topic for today is teachers. I wanted to share with you that Eat Juicy isn't just about eating juicy food. It's also about thinking juicy thoughts and feeling juicy in our bodies. So it's really important, the thoughts that we think. And teachers in my life have really influenced my life in terms of how I think. And I love books, but I also find that I can get a whole bunch of books and they just sit on my coffee table and I don't really read them. So for me, audiobooks have profoundly changed my life. I would buy audiobooks or I would take them out of the library and I would listen to them as I was driving on road trips, to and from work, pretty much anywhere. I always made my vehicle a classroom for learning. And the stuff that I listen to, I'll love to share with you because it has profoundly changed my life. One of the first audiobooks I listened to was called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Absolutely amazing, and really showed me that fear is just a part of life and that we can all just do things anyway because fear is going to come up and we just got to overcome that obstacle. The second was Byron Katie, who actually taught me a lot about business and also the idea that we can manifest parking spots. Before he told me about that, I had no idea what that really meant. And now I am a powerful parking lot manifester. I always get great parking spots. Someone else that I came across was Dyer. Now, Dyer completely transformed my life. He brought more connection to my life. I understood more about the universe, about spirituality, and just really pretty much anything. I listened to every single audiobook that Dyer had, and he was the biggest catalyst in my spiritual and just empowerment transformation. Then he introduced me to Louise Hay, who I absolutely love and adore. And Louise really taught me about self-love, loving the body, and understanding that all disease really comes from some kind of just imbalance inside the body. And I really learned a lot from Louise Hay. So Dyer and Louise Hay were probably my two most influential people. And a couple more were Landmark, which isn't an audiobook, but it's a program, and they have schools all over the world. It's transformational training, and I would say Landmark did a profound transformation in my life in terms of the stories that we think, the thoughts that we think, what we say about our lives, and forgiveness. Really important is forgiveness. Bringing up forgiveness, Byron Katie totally made a difference in my life. Learning her forgiveness practices, I could go through every single person in my life that I held any little bit of negativity or resentment towards, and I could release them, which actually freed me and opened me up to so much more in my life. So Byron Katie was absolutely amazing. Allison Armstrong and David Data, I would say, were the catalysts in like really understanding relationships, and that there's so much more to relationships than the everyday relationships that we kind of have, and that between men and women there's so many differences, and if we could understand the differences and actually really hone in on them, we can make a big difference in our relationships. So I would say that was really huge. And Hicks is it's a little out there, but it's basically a woman that actually channels an energy or an entity, and it's probably some of the most profound spiritual work of the stuff that they talk about. So Hicks, huge transformation in my life. And last but not least is Marianne Williamson. I've just actually recently gotten into her. She speaks about the Course in Miracles, which is kind of the ancient original spiritual text that sort of encompasses all religions and spirituality, and just the way that she can speak, the way that she speaks, her message, her just being is a real transformation in my life. So I most recently just listened to a live web stream of her doing romantic mysteries, which was all about relationships, and she has an incredible program which is free on YouTube. If you just Google Marianne Williamson Return to Love audiobook, it is her reading her book Return to Love, and I've listened to it many times, and it has made a huge impact in my life about the idea that all we are is love, and that we can just get back to love in any moment. So I send you so much juicy love, and I hope you enjoyed this first segment and this first episode of 21 Days to a Juicy Life. And I'll see you tomorrow on Eat Juicy TV. And if you want to check me out, you can check me out at eatjuicy.com or Petra Eat Juicy on all the social media. So have an incredible day and see you tomorrow on Eat Juicy TV.